something from the
Fallout Season 2 doesn't just introduce a new villain or a new vault experiment. It introduces a piece of technology so terrifying that it literally turns people into remote-controlled weapons and then blows their heads apart when they try to fight back. From the very first scene, one mystery dominates everything we see. What is this Brain-Computer Interface Implant Chip? Who created it? And why does Mr. House believe it's the key to controlling the future of the wasteland? Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master, and today we're breaking down everything we know about Fallout Season 2's most dangerous new technology. What exactly is this implant? How does it work? Why does it keep killing people? And most importantly, what is Mr. House actually planning to do with it? Because judging by what we've seen so far, this device could change the balance of power in the Fallout universe forever.
You should feel good about it. You paid for all of it.
What is Brain-Computer Interface Implant Chip? The Brain-Computer Interface Implant Chip is introduced almost immediately in Fallout Season 2, and the show wastes no time establishing just how dangerous it is. At its core, this device is a mind control implant, one that overrides a person's free will and places them completely under the command of whoever controls the chip remotely. Once implanted at the base of the skull or along the spinal cord, the victim becomes little more than a living puppet. But this isn't clean, polished technology. This is an early, unstable version of something far more ambitious. The chip doesn't just influence thoughts or emotions, it forcibly hijacks neural pathways, turning brain signals into executable commands dictated by someone else. The result is total obedience, at least temporarily, and when it fails catastrophically. From the very beginning, Fallout Season 2 makes it clear that this implant is still a work in progress. It's powerful, but deeply flawed, and every flaw comes with a body count.
All I'm asking you to do is to insert this into the back of your neck.
The cold open, Mr. House's first demonstration. The first time we see the Brain-Computer Interface Implant Chip in action is during Fallout Season 2's cold open, and it's one of the most unsettling introductions to new technology the series has ever done. Mr. House, believed to be safely hidden behind layers of myth and misdirection, is physically present in a bar. The only reason he can move so freely is because a doppelganger has been convincing the world that Mr. House never leaves his sanctuary. House deliberately provokes a group of construction workers who despise him, luring one of them outside. That's when he strikes. He slams the implant into the back of the man's neck, connecting it directly to his spinal cord. Almost immediately, House produces a small remote device equipped with a dial and a single red button, and that's when the true horror begins. With the press of that button, Mr. House overrides the man's autonomy. He issues verbal commands, and the man obeys them against his will. When House orders him to kill his own friends, the worker complies, fully conscious of what he's doing but powerless to stop himself. This moment alone establishes the implant as one of the most disturbing technologies Fallout has ever introduced. But the control doesn't last. The man begins to resist, his body shaking as his mind pushes back against the artificial domination. In response, Mr. House turns the dial higher, forcing the implant to exert even more pressure on the brain. For a moment, control is restored. Then the system overloads. The man's head explodes, leaving behind the implant with only a thin layer of skin still attached. This isn't just shock value, it's a warning. This technology is unstable, and even Mr. House doesn't fully control it yet.
Allow me to put this on the back of your neck.
Vault 24 and the origins of the implant. As Lucy and the Ghoul continue tracking Hank McClane toward New Vegas, they come across Vault 24, a vault that's already been breached and stripped of its secrecy. Like most vaults, it turns out to be another Vault-Tec social experiment, but this one stands out for how closely it ties into the Brain-Computer Interface Implant. Vault 24 appears to have been designed around large-scale brainwashing, specifically aimed at reshaping ideological beliefs. The implication is that Vault-Tec was experimenting with turning Americans into communists through forced neural conditioning, which fits disturbingly well with Fallout's Cold War satire. But ideology was only part of the goal. The real breakthrough was technological. Inside Vault 24, we learned that engineers had been actively working on the brain-computer interface aspect of the implant long before the Great War. Hank McClane later proves this when he uses one of the remaining devices to control a wastelander. The man is forced to deliver a message to Lucy, telling her to give up and go home, reassuring her that Hank is fixing everything. Once the message is delivered, the result is exactly the same as before. The implant overloads, the man's brain ruptures, and his head explodes. Again, the device survives. The human mind does not. Vault 24 establishes that this technology wasn't just a Robco experiment. It was part of a broader Vault-Tec initiative scattered across multiple vaults, each contributing a piece of the puzzle.
Enjoy.
How the Brain-Computer Interface Implant works. While Fallout Season 2 never gives us a full technical breakdown, it does provide enough information to piece together how the Brain-Computer Interface Implant is supposed to function. Hank McClane explicitly refers to the Brain-Computer Interface component, grounding the device in a real-world scientific concept. In our reality, brain-computer interfaces are designed to read neural signals, interpret them, and translate them into commands for external systems. Fallout's version flips that concept on its head. Instead of translating brain signals into actions, the implant forces external commands into the brain, rewriting intent, behavior, and motor control in real time. The remote control used by Mr. House suggests that the implant responds to signal strength and command intensity, with the dial regulating how forcefully the brain is overridden. The problem is, the human brain isn't designed to be dominated this way. Push too hard, and neural pathways collapse under the strain. Later in Episode 1, Hank McClane reaches a hidden vault in Vegas where further development had been taking place. In his message to Mr. House, Hank explains that one vault made progress on the brain-computer interface itself, while another achieved advancements in miniaturization. What's missing is integration, the ability to combine all these breakthroughs into a single, stable, functional implant. That integration is the key to making the device survivable, and once it's achieved, the implications are terrifying.
Imagine being so dim as to be caught off guard by the inevitable.
Why the implant keeps killing people. Right now, the Brain-Computer Interface Implant Chip has one glaring flaw. It kills its host. Every single use we've seen ends in cranial detonation, suggesting the implant exerts overwhelming pressure on neural tissue. The device likely floods the brain with artificial signals, disrupting natural processes until catastrophic failure occurs. Miniaturization is another issue. The implant is still too large and invasive, causing physical trauma in addition to neurological stress. Even worse, the interface between machine and mind isn't precise enough, leading to runaway feedback loops that the brain simply can't survive. In other words, the device works, but only briefly. It's proof of concept, not a finished product. And that makes it even more dangerous, because Mr. House and Hank McClane aren't discouraged by its failures. They see those exploding heads as necessary data points.
Calculating how to survive all possible contingencies.
Hank McClane and Mr. House's secret alliance. One of the biggest reveals in Fallout Season 2 comes at the end of Episode 1 when Hank McClane contacts Mr. House directly. This moment reframes everything we've seen so far. Hank isn't acting on Vault-Tec's orders. He's gone rogue, attempting to finish the work Mr. House began before the war. Hank's message makes it clear that he's been moving between vaults, salvaging progress, and stitching together fragments of forbidden research. He believes that once the implant is fully integrated and stabilized, it will be the ultimate tool of control, and he expects a reward for delivering it. This relationship suggests that Mr. House's ambitions go far beyond preserving New Vegas. He isn't just calculating survival, he's engineering a future where human behavior itself can be optimized, corrected, and controlled.
You will be begging me to help you.
A brand new piece of Fallout canon. What makes the Brain-Computer Interface Implant Chip especially interesting is that it doesn't originate from the Fallout games. It's not from New Vegas, not from any DLC, and not from deep-cut lore. This is entirely new canon, created specifically for the TV series. That creative freedom allows the show to expand Fallout's themes in bold ways. Instead of retreading familiar tech like synths or power armor, the series introduces a device that directly challenges the concept of free will, something Fallout has always explored philosophically, but never this explicitly.
To let you know I'm still alive. I hope you...
Why the implant matters in Fallout Season 2. At its heart, Fallout has always been about power and who gets to wield it. The Brain-Computer Interface Implant Chip represents the ultimate expression of that power. It doesn't just control resources, territory, or weapons. It controls people. For villains like Mr. House, the implant offers a way to eliminate chaos, rebellion, and unpredictability. For the world of Fallout, it represents the final step toward turning humanity into machinery, efficient, obedient, and utterly stripped of choice. But Fallout has always argued that free will, no matter how messy, is what makes humanity worth saving. And that's why this technology is doomed to fail. People resist, minds push back, and no matter how advanced the machine becomes, the human spirit doesn't go quietly. If Mr. House perfects this implant, the wasteland may never look the same again. But if history has taught us anything in Fallout, it's that every attempt to control humanity eventually collapses under its own arrogance. Our nerdy thoughts. The Brain-Computer Interface Implant Chip may still be unfinished, unstable, and deadly to the people it's used on, but that's exactly what makes it so terrifying. Every exploded head, every failed test, and every ruined vault brings Mr. House one step closer to a world where free will is nothing more than a glitch waiting to be corrected. Fallout has always warned us about the dangers of unchecked ambition and corporate control. And Season 2 is taking that warning to its darkest extreme yet. So the real question isn't whether this technology will work, it's whether anyone will be able to stop it once it does. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into Fallout Season 2, vault secrets, and character analyses, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. The Wasteland always has more secrets to uncover, and we'll be right here when the next one surfaces.
McLean, reporting for duty, sir.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.